Bright Light City, gonna set my soul on fire. Welcome to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world and home to the running rebels of UNLV. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Florida International Panthers, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the UNLV Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. At the 35, he's open. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. They're going to ride this running back. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
4th and short. I already called my 3rd down play, knowing I was going for it on 4th down. So you better believe I got the play locked and loaded. We're going for it on 4th down.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, XY.
A shot toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He caught it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Right down the middle. Got his man to the left. Smashes ahead. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
They're trying to get to it. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Got his man down the middle. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll keep it on the ground, looking for the end zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. That, his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
Ready to try the point after. Right down the middle. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Scanning the field, it's Westbrook. Feeling some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
A third and long coming up here. Off the play fake. Keeps the play going. Slings it downfield. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Turns it on in midfield. Open runway ahead. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida International. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Kennesaw State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to at KSU. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's
makes the grab inside the 30. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, UNLV!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. The defenses just can't contain this offense.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Westbrook. Got his man quickly. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. FIU will line up to punt. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got a stop, and now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pressure coming. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Fast motion from the offense. Looking to throw it again. Complete to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. He wants to throw. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And the defense is going to get 2 for the safety.
Oh, and those are one of those plays where you just start scratching your head, and you're like, wait a minute, you're going the wrong way. It was a nice interception, but Cantell lost his bearings, lost his compass, lost his mind, whatever he lost, and he goes the wrong way. I promise you, all week that will be shown in the defensive meeting rooms, and they will be laughing and pointing and making fun of the young man for going the wrong direction.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, there's something you don't see very often. Quarterback overthrowing that guy with his type of speed. There aren't a lot of dudes that have the arm talent to overthrow him, but somehow we just saw it happen right there.
Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Rebels are in the hurry-up. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They'll throw it on first down. He'll pull it down. He makes a catch. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Looking to buy time. He's got his man. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
On second down, wants to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
This guy can throw it. Getting some heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Westbrook. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. 1st down, 10 yards to go. He's going to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's going to take off. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. 4th down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Get it out on the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. It's on target and complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Not a chance. Missed it. And guys, they miss a chance to stretch the lead. It's still sitting on a 2. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Rebels will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking downfield, it's Westbrook. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Fires to the right. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I think it's really hard to overthrow that guy. He is already that fast, and he breaks open, and you have an opportunity just to club up a little bit. Just put a little bit more air underneath that and let the speedster run underneath it and make you look like a hero, but it's kind of the opposite.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Yeah, and a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll ride the hot hand. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down. Give him 88 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. And the Panthers will have it 1st and 10. Give to the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Back to throw, it's Westbrook. Makes the grab over the middle.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll run it from the gun. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Trying to get to him. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Rebels! How about that D coming up with a play like that? Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia State is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to North Carolina.
Quarterback extends the play.
We'll circle back.
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Shows off another move and gets down to the 33-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. The Rebels in the hurry up. They'll run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He looks that one in nicely. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good, and they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now
brings it in down the left side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Moving away from pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you've got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
They go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. Back to pass, it's Westbrook. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Got it past the marker. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. FIU pushing tempo. With the run on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Trying to punch it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Let's it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
UNLV, 26, for international, 21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Just had a solid pickup on 1st. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback will audible. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Using the quick game.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on the critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. They'll go right back to the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. As they come to the line on second down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock winding. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Good, right down the boulevard.
Well, that's a huge kick right there, because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big move.
Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it first and 10 just outside the 40. To the air, it's Westbrook. Dances away to buy time. He fires it out to the right. And it's his fourth interception of the night. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of the DB. Nice job by the defense.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. The give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. You want to talk about building confidence?